Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nishtraigunya Bhavarjuna Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastho Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So, Traigunya Vishaya Veda. Veda means knowledge, or in this context it refers to Vedic literature. What does it deal with? Mainly it deals with Traigunya Vishaya, matters pertaining to the three modes of material nature. The Vedas mainly contain regulations, various ritualistic performances, and various regulations how to lead our life. Because unless we learn a regulation, we cannot transcend, or we cannot step our feet onto transcendence. The same example we always talk. A deceased person, unless he regulates his enjoyment, he cannot come out of the disease very fast. So there has to be regulation. The fact that we have the material body means we are diseased. And to get rid of the disease, there has to be regulation. And that is what the major component of the Vedas contain. Regulation. Regulation in sense gratification. This is called Pravritti Marga. The Vedas contain the path of enjoyment also, but in a regulated way. If you want to enjoy sensual happiness, you become married. If you want to eat meat, you do like this, you hunt an animal and confine yourself to once in a month on an Amavasya day. So like that, there are many, many regulations. But they are not supposed to be all in all. The regulation is meant to be a stepping stone towards God realization, towards becoming situated in our spiritual platform. The regulations are not to be treated as the absolute, meaning they are not the end in themselves. They can be treated as a gradual means to go to the end goal. It is meant for people who cannot understand the spiritual reality and therefore need these kind of Vedic injunctions, Vedic regulations, so that they can regulate their impious life, animalistic life, and be like human beings so that they can gradually progress. But if one cannot see the bigger picture, why these regulations are, they can get lost in this and they can think that these are all in all. I can go on enjoying life as it is mentioned in the Vedic literature. Narada Muni also said there is a lurking danger in this. Yadvakyato dharma iti tarahastito. He chastised Vyasadeva for giving a path of enjoyment in the Vedic literature even though it is regulated. Because people who are foolish, they will understand that, oh okay, so by doing this, I can just go on enjoying life. Iti taraha, dharma iti taraha. This is what is dharma. Yadvakyato, by looking at these Vedic statements. Namanyate yasya nivaranam janaha. They will not consider your nivaranam. Narada is saying, oh Vyasa, you have given a path of restriction, nivaranam, gradually giving up. But they will not consider all this. They will think that these are all in all. So one has to understand. So Krishna kindly is opening up Arjuna's eyes. Of course, Arjuna is pure devotee. Through him, all of our eyes. To make us realize that don't get bogged down. Don't get entangled by the regulations, by the Traigunya Vishaya mentioned in the Vedas. Your task is to rise above them, go beyond them and attain your spiritual status of life. Nishtraigunya bhavarjuna. Nishtraigunya means freed from material modes. And that is easily attained in Krishna consciousness, as Krishna confirms in 14th chapter. Mam chayo abhyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One can become freed from the influence of the three modes by simply engaging in the devotional service of the Lord. So that is the Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, which the Lord is mentioning in this second part of the second chapter. So what else he is saying here? Nishtraigunya bhavarjuna, become transcendental to these Vedic regulations of Karmakanda regulations. Nirdvandvaha, become freed from duality of this world. Nitya sattvasthaha, always be situated in mode of goodness. It's very interesting. On one hand, Krishna is saying, you be freed from the three modes, be freed from duality. But why he is saying again, become situated in goodness? Because Nitya Sattvasthaha means actually transcendental goodness. Because in material goodness, there can be tinges of passion and ignorance. But transcendental goodness, it is pure Vasudeva Sattva. There cannot be any contamination. So he is asking him to raise to that platform. And be freed from Niryoga Kshema. Yoga and Kshema means trying to acquire something and preserve what we have. But for devotees, who does this act of acquiring and preserving? What is that verse 9.22 that Krishna says? Very nice. Second line is incorrect. Can you complete it? Yejana. Very nice. So the Lord takes care of Yogakshema for his devotees. That is what Krishna is also asking here. Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. You practice your self-realization. Atmavan. You practice Krishna consciousness. Don't worry about Yoga Kshema. The Lord will take care of Yoga Kshema. Freedom from the thought of acquisition and preservation. That there was this priest in Jagannath Puri. He was called as Gita Panda. And he was always confident about the Lord's protection. But he was very, very poor. And he had to live on people's donations, people's giving him food and other things. And he would just go on hours and hours studying Bhagavad Gita and relishing those topics. Therefore, he was called Gita Panda. And one time there was extreme drought in Puri. And it was also raining. And he was just enjoying reading Bhagavad Gita. And the family is starving. And the wife says, you have to go out and get some food. The children are starving. And he says, that is fine. The Lord will send whatever we need. We don't have to worry. It's okay. One day they'll be hungry. That is fine. The Lord is in control. Whatever we need, the Lord will provide. And he becomes contented, satisfied. But the wife becomes annoyed. And he'll be reading that verse, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, to her. And she comes and strikes off that verse. No, it is not true, what you are saying. Because of her frustration, lack of faith. And then he goes to sleep. And then they find these two beautiful boys knocking the door. He is in sleep and she opens the door. Of course, that is Krishna Balram, Jagannath Baldev. So very enchanting, charming boys. They bring loads of food, sweets, food, ingredients, and everything. And she asks, who has sent you this? No, we had this thing in our town, so we are distributing to all the priests of the temple, all the good devotees of the temple. So we wanted to give this to you. And she says, oh, please come in. I'm very glad you brought this. We are all hungry. I'll make nice food stuff. You should also honor this. And he says, no, I cannot honor this. The dark complexioned boy, Krishna, he speaks, no, I cannot honor. She says, why you cannot honor? He says, no, my tongue has got injury. Some injury happened and he shows that there are some marks on his tongue which prevents him from eating. And she says, okay, that is fine. Hope you will get better soon. And then they go off. And then this conversation would be happening and this Gita Panda wakes up. And he comes and what's happening? And she explains whatever happened. And he immediately realizes that this Jagannath and Baldev has come. He becomes ecstatic. Why didn't you not invite them inside? She said, no, I did invite. But they said, the dark colored boy, he said he had injury on his tongue and he showed his injury like this. And then he realizes, see, you have struck, using your pen, you have striken off these lines that Krishna has said, I will provide what you lack and preserve what you have. That is the symbolic representation that Krishna is showing you. So the Lord personally provides what we need and He protects what we have. So that is a very, very important statement in Bhagavad Gita. We should always have faith. Ananyas chintayantoma. If we take care of the Lord's mission, if we engage in Krishna consciousness, and the Lord will take care of all our necessities. The Lord is providing everyone everything that they need. Why will He not take care of His own devotees? Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kohe Sudrudha Nishchay. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Dharma Krita Hoy. So just by engaging in the Lord's devotional service, the life perfection is automatically achieved. So, Nidvandvaha, Nityasatvastaha, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. These are all various qualities that Krishna loves. In 12th chapter also, Krishna mentions these qualities. How He likes His devotees possessing these qualities. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, Nirmamo Nirahankaraha, Samadukka Sukha Kshami. So one should, of course, by Krishna consciousness, automatically one will develop these qualities. But one can endeavor also. When there is an opportunity to exhibit these qualities, it's not that, I am doing Krishna consciousness, why will I exhibit these qualities? I don't need to. It will come automatically. No. There is an opportunity to show self-restraint. There is an opportunity to become freed from envy, not displaying our enviousness, compassion. We should exhibit that. We should practice. So Krishna, by looking at our endeavor, He will reciprocate by bestowing those qualities to us. In 15th chapter, there is in the beginning verses, Krishna compares this material world to a banyan tree. It's a very important verse. Who can recollect that verse? Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
I don't remember. Udva Moolam Adashtakam
Yes.
Come to the Abhyay. Right. I forgot the whole thing there.
Can anyone complete that?
Urvamulam madashakam ashvatam prahuravyayam chandanti yasya parnani yastam veda savedavit.
Yes. Urdhvamulam adah shakam. Krishna compares this material world to an inverted banyan tree, where the roots are up, moolam is urdhvam, and his branches are down. And there he makes a very interesting statement. Chandamsi yasya parnani. Parna means, what is parna? Parnani means leaves. Chandamsi means the Vedic hymns or the leaves. So the metaphor is, one who knows the tree is the knower of the Vedas. But one who knows only the leaves, like the Vedic hymns, he only knows the Karma Kanda. He gets entangled in this complicated mesh. But one who knows that this tree is an inverted tree, and one who knows the Vedaischa sarvai rahameva vedyam, one has to understand, the purpose is to understand Krishna, then he becomes transcendental. He makes an effort to become transcendental. Yomam evam masammudo janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. So one who knows the tree is Vedavit, yastam veda savedavit, and one who knows Krishna is Sarvavit, Sarvabhavena Bharata, Sarvavit, Sasarvavit bhajati mam. So one has to transcend from this Traigunya Vishaya, which is just like leaves, and one has to look at the wholesome, the whole tree, and understand one has to go beyond. After Prabhupada gave a lecture on this verse, there was a conversation between Prabhupada and a guest. And Prabhupada, it's a very interesting conversation. Let me read that. So Prabhupada says about this verse, so this world is full of duality. Dvandva means duality. Duality means you cannot understand one thing without understanding the other. Just like light. You have no conception of light without the conception of darkness. That is called duality. Unless you experience bad, you cannot understand good. Unless there is a son, there is no meaning of father. Unless there is wife, there is no meaning of husband. This is called duality. So we have to rise above this dual world and enter into the absolute world. Then there will be happiness. That's all right. Any questions? Guest. I heard it is said that you have perfect enlightenment. You have perfect enlightenment. If this is true, I would like to know, what does it mean? Prabhupada. That is Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada is saying, if you say perfect enlightenment, I should be perfectly Krishna conscious. So the guest is continuing. Well, is everybody who is a devotee of Krishna, who is initiated, do they all have perfect enlightenment? Prabhupada. Yes, that is, just now I explained. That is liberation. I am identified just now with this matter. I am this body, I belong to this country, I belong to this world. This is illusion. And as soon as I can understand that I belong to none of these, I belong to Krishna, that is enlightenment. Simply changing the understanding. It is not very difficult. But it is difficult for one who cannot understand. So Prabhupada is saying, if one can come to that platform, that one is not this body, one doesn't belong to this country or world, and one belongs to Krishna, that is enlightenment. So again he is pushing that question, guest. So all of your initiates, everybody has been initiated into Krishna consciousness, they are perfectly enlightened. Now Prabhupada is explaining further. He says, initiation means the beginning. The very word initiation means if you are engaged in some work just in the beginning, that is called initiation. Initiation is not the end. Initiation means you agree to enter into the world of enlightenment. And if you make progress, then you make more progress, then you become enlightened. Initiation means beginning. If you agree to execute Krishna consciousness. So that's what Prabhupada clarifies. And then the guest says, how many other people like you are there on this planet who have made such spiritual progress as you have made? Prabhupada, many. But not many. There are many also. There is no statistics in my possession. But the formula is that, what is the use of taking statistics? How many are there? Why don't you become one of them? And Prabhupada starts laughing. Why are you wasting your time in that way, taking statistics? What is the use? These are not very intelligent questions. You just try to become enlightened. What is the use of how many are enlightened, who is enlightened or not? You try to be enlightened, that's all. So, Prabhupada gives an analogy. You are going somewhere, purchasing the plane ticket. Do you ask how many tickets you have sold? You don't ask how many tickets you have sold. You need to go to the place. You just buy the ticket. What is the use of finding out how many have been purchased? I still remember earlier when I was visiting theater for movie, I used to find out how many people are there in the movie so that I would guess how good is the movie. So here it's a different analogy. If you want to go to the destination, you have to buy. You have to buy the ticket. You cannot go otherwise. So if you have to take Krishna consciousness, you have to take the method. What is the use of finding all these other questions, statistics? So I'll stop here. Any other questions you have on this, what we discussed today? Yeah.
So you mentioned one word, pure Vasudeva Satya. Can you please explain this?
Sure. So there is a situation called Vasudeva Sattvam. In this material world, there are three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. And Krishna explains them in detail in 14th chapter. What are the characteristics of these three modes? And how these three modes are always trying to win over us, influence us as a competition. Goodness means we always try to seek knowledge and become happy and lead a peaceful life. Life of acquiring knowledge. Passion means sense gratification. Ignorance means ignorant of knowledge, lazy, illusioned, and all these kind of things. But even if you acquire mode of goodness in this world, it is contaminated by tinges of passion and ignorance. A person cannot stay in mode of goodness all the time. Because the world is like that. It will force you to act in passionate ways and illusioned ways. But one who becomes a pure devotee, he becomes situated in pure goodness. That is defined as a state where there cannot be any tinges of passion and ignorance. In that pure goodness, Krishna appears in your heart. And that is Shuddha Sattva. Material goodness is Sattva, whereas pure goodness is Shuddha Sattva, where Krishna appears in your heart. It is also called Vasudeva Sattva, because just like Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva before getting transferred to the heart of Devaki, similarly, a pure devotee who is attained this Shuddha Sattva, Krishna always manifests in his heart. Therefore, the Shuddha Sattva is also called as Vasudeva Sattva. So, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Stabditam. So that is a pure devotee's consciousness. Does it clarify?
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot.
Hare Krishna. Yesterday was the two stalwart devotees, one appearance day and one disappearance day. And today is appearance of one other devotee. Anybody tracking it? Any guesses?
Gopal Bhatta Goswami disappearance day yesterday.
Yes, very nice. Who is Gopal Bhatta Goswami? Any guesses, Mataji? Yes, today is Jaydev Goswami's appearance day. So who is Gopal Bhatta Goswami?
He is one of the 6 Goswamis who was from the south, who's from South India. Jaydev Goswami's appearance day. Yesterday was Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Ramachandra Kaviraj.
Yeah, Mataji is speaking about Gopal Bhatta Goswami, yeah. Yes, Mataji. He is from South India.
Yeah, he was born in Sri Rangam.
Yes. And he is he is behind one of the famous temples of Vrindavan. One of the most attractive.
Radha Ramana.
Yes. So Gopal Bhatta. Yes. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami is the son of Venkata Bhatta, one of Sri Vaishnava actually. Venkata Bhatta is from a Sri Vaishnava family. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami is the son of Venkata Bhatta, and he was born in Sri Rangam. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visits South India, he would stay in their house during the Chaturmasya, and he would enlighten them. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami becomes very attracted to Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he gets initiation from his uncle, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati, and he comes to Vrindavan, and he becomes a dear friend of Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and he is known for his exalted devotional service, mostly in Radha Kunda. And we know his famous story. He used to have 12 Shaligram Shilas, and one of the Shilas later manifested into the beautiful Radha Ramana deity. Many of you would have seen when you go to Vrindavan, one of the must-see places, most attractive deity, very small deity but very attractive. And he's one of his famous disciples. Who is his famous disciple?
Srinivasacharya.
Yes, Srinivasacharya. So yeah, there can be plenty of material that can be read about Gopal Bhatta Goswami. That was yesterday. Yesterday was also appearance of whose appearance was yesterday? Ramachandra Kaviraj. So Ramachandra Kaviraj, who can say about Ramachandra Kaviraj? Whose disciple is he? Whose disciple is Ramachandra Kaviraj?
He's disciple of Srinivasacharya.
Yes. So Srinivasacharya is the... Yes, go ahead.
No, I'm saying he's but very close friend of Narottama Das Thakur, where in his songs he sings that Ramachandra Sangamagi, Narottama Das. So he's a very, even though Narottama Das Thakur is a peer of Srinivasacharya, but Ramachandra Kaviraj and Narottama Das Thakur becomes great friends.
Yes. So Gopal Bhatta Goswami's disciple is Srinivasacharya. Srinivasacharya's disciple is Ramachandra Kaviraj. And Ramachandra Kaviraj is a very, very close friend and associate of Narottama Das Thakur, who happens to be a peer of Srinivasacharya. So it's a very interesting relation. He is from the place called Sri Khanda, Ramachandra Kaviraj. He's the son of another famous devotee in Chaitanya Charitamrita mentioned, Sri Chiranjeeva Sen. And Sri Khanda is famous for many famous devotees. Narahari Sarkar Thakur, Raghunandan Thakur, Mukunda, father of Raghunandan. So all these people. So he's also famous for his poetry, Ramachandra Kaviraj. He's given the name Kaviraj by Jiva Goswami, looking at the proficiency in poetry. And today is also appearance of Jayadeva Goswami. We all know, of course, Jayadeva Goswami is the author of this famous Dashavatar Stotra. And he has written many esoteric Gaudiya Vaishnava literature that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially the Gita Govinda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would always hear from the Gita Govinda. Very intimate esoteric pastimes of Radha Krishna. So you can read about these three acharyas. Any other questions, comments before we go to Dhruva prayers? Okay, so let me start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Satam Vivakshantam Atadvidam Harir Gnattvasya Sarvasya Cha Hridyavastitaha Kritanjalim Brahmamayena Kambuna Pasparsha Balam Krupaya Kapole Savai Tadaiva Pratipaditam Giram Daivim Parignata Paratma Nirnayah Tam Bhakti Bhavobhyagrunad Asatvaram Parishruto Rushravasam Dhruvakshitihi Dhruva Uvacha Yontah Pravishya Mama Vacha Mimam Prasuptam Sanjeevayetyakila Shaktidhara Swadhamna Anyamstya Hastya Charanashravanatvagadin Pranan Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam Ekastvameva Bhagavan Idamatma Shaktya Mayakhyayo Rugunaya Mahadadya Sesham Sristvanu Vishya Purushastada Sadguneshu Nane Vadarushu Vibhavasu Vadvibhasi Twaddattaya Vayunaye Damachashta Vishwam Supta Prabuddha Ivanadha Bhavat Prapannaha Tasyapavargya Sharanam Tava Padamulam Vismaryate Krutavida Kadhamarta Bandho Nunam Vimushtamatayastava Mayayate Yetvam Bhavapyaya Vimokshanamanya Heto Achanti Kalpakatarum Kunapopa Bhogyam Icchanti Yat Sparshajam Nirayepi Nrinam Ya Nirvrutistanubhrutam Tava Pada Padma Dhyanad Bhavad Janakatha Sravanena Vasyat Sa Brahmani Samahimanya Pinadhama Bhut Kim Tvantakasi Lulitat Patatam Vimanat Bhaktim Muhu Pravahatam Tvaime Prasango Bhuyat Ananta Mahatam Amalashayanam Yenanjasolbanam Urupyasanam Bhavabdhim Neshye Bhavad Gunakathamrutapana Tena Smarantyatitaram Priyamishamartyan Ye Chanvada Sutta Suhrit Gruhavittadara Etvabjanabha Bhavadiya Padaravinda Saugandhya Lupta Hrudayeshu Kruta Prasanga Tiryannagadvija Sarisrupadeva Daitya Matyadivihi Parichitam Sadasadvisesham Rupam Sthavishtam Majate Mahadadyanekam Natah Param Paramavedmi Nayatravadaha Kalpanta Etadakhilam Jatarena Grihnan Sete Puman Swadruk Ananta Sakastadanke Yannabhi Sindhuruha Kanchana Loka Padma Garbhedyuman Bhagavate Pranatosmi Tasmai त्वं नित्यमुक्तपरिशुद्धविबुद्ध आत्मा कूटस्थ आदिपुरुषो भगवांस्त्र्यधीशः यद्बुद्धि अवस्थितिम् अखण्डितया स्वदृष्ट्या द्रष्टा स्थितावधिमखो व्यतिरिक्त आसे यस्मिन् विरुद्धगतयो हि अनिशं पतन्ति विद्यादयो विविधशक्तय आनुपूर्व्यात् तद्ब्रह्म विश्वभवमेकमनन्तमाद्यम् आनन्दमात्रम् अविकारमहं प्रपद्ये सत्याशिषो हि भगवंस्तव पादपद्मम् आसीस्तथानुभजतः पुरुषार्थमूर्तेः अप्येवमर्य भगवान् परिपाति दीनान् वास्रेव वत्सकमनुग्रहकातरोऽस्मान्. So let's do the translation of 7th one. Who would like to read? I'll read the translation.
I can read.
Go ahead.